Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video for you. I'm going to be sharing my top 6 highlighters under $6. If you're excited for this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and let's get into the video. I don't have anything on my lips. Oh my gosh, hold on. I hope you guys are excited for this because I'm excited for this. Okay. What I decided to do was show you the more natural highlighters first, and then I'll go into the more intense highlighters. The first highlighter that I have is this Wet n Wild. Technically it's a bronzer, but it's actually like a highlighty bronzer. I don't know. It's their Color Icon bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. I have this dusted all over my face just to give me like an all over glow. And that is what I feel like this is best for. I would not suggest this for just the apples of your cheeks or just your nose or your cupid's bow or something like that, because it does have like a white cast to it almost. But when you put it all over your face, it just gives you a really nice, pretty glow. And it doesn't look white because, you know, it's all over the face and not so centralized. And that's what I would recommend using this for. If you're really fair, I think you can get away with just doing apples of your cheeks or your nose or something like that with this. It's because this product, one, has SPF in it, and so just be mindful of that. I would put this all over before you apply your setting spray and after your setting powder. This is the kind of highlighter that I would wear on days that I'm not wearing any makeup, just to give me a little bit of glowiness and not look so dull. If you're darker skin than me, this probably won't work the best for you, but if you are on the fairer side of things or my color, maybe a little bit darker, you might be able to get away with this. And it's like less than $4 for this big pan that I don't know how you could even hit pan on. I mean, it's huge. So the next one is probably not a surprise. It is the Essence Pure Nude Highlight in number 10, Be My Highlight. I have these two paired on my face today. I went with this all over my face, and then I applied this over top just to larger areas like my forehead, my chin. I think that this would be best for medium-ish skin tones. If you're super fair, I've heard that this doesn't really look the best on your skin, so you might just want to stick with something like this or another one that I'm going to talk about. It's almost like a beige highlight. And I know that's like beige highlight, that's kind of weird, but it is beautiful. It has like notes of pink and notes of brown in it. I think as a highlighter, it does a really good job to complement a lot of different skin tones. It doesn't pull too pink or too brown on the skin or too champagne-y or too yellow. You can build this up to get it a little bit more intense, but as a more natural highlight, I prefer this one out of anyone. It is natural, like if you just dust it lightly, it is natural, but you can get more intense with this highlight. And I really love the tone of it. And I love that it complements a lot of different skin tones by being this sort of beigey color. It's not too yellow, it's not too pink, it's sort of right in the middle. Also, I think this retails for $3 or $4, which is a great price for this highlight. It is fantastic. I've had it almost a year, not even close to hitting pan. I highly recommend this. The hype of this one is definitely real. So the next one is technically a palette. So you're getting 8 shades of powders for $6. This is LA Colors I Love Makeup Contour Kit. This is a beautiful contour shade if you're my skin tone or lighter. And then you get like 2 very pretty bronzer colors, but I sort of mix them to get my perfect bronzer. And then you get a bunch of these sort of setting powders. These powders are very finely milled. They're really great quality. If you are looking for a sort of all-in-one powder palette like this, I would suggest this one. This one is beautiful, and I've hit pan here, and I've hit pan on, while we're here, the highlight. I did the math, and each single pan is 75 cents. I don't hear anybody talking about this palette. This palette has been out for a long time, and I think that it just sort of got pushed over between all the other palettes. But this, you guys, is a fantastic palette, and this highlighter is amazing. It has more of a pink, almost blushy color to it, like a rosé champagne color. Like if I had to put a name to this, that's what I would call it. It doesn't quite translate that pink on my skin. It doesn't emphasize any texture. This is the highlighter that I have on my cheeks right now, and you can sort of see just how glowy and pretty it is. Not natural, but it doesn't really emphasize all my texture, any of my pores. You can get very intense with this. It is beautiful, and for $6 you get 8 shades, which I think is phenomenal. These powders work really well. The powders in here are really great. I do recommend this highly, highly, highly. It's fantastic, and it's only $6. So the next one is sort of a cult classic. It is the Wet n Wild Bruisey Bunch. I always mess up the name of it. Bruisey Brunch, yeah? It is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Bruisey Brunch. I always mess up the name of it. This is what it looks like in the pan. It's sort of a very yellow based highlighter with some brown and pink sort of mixed in. This is a very intense highlighter. On days that I have a more neutral look and I still want to look very glowy, I will go with this one. It does look more golden on the skin than pink or any other color. It is more of a yellowish based highlight, but it is so beautiful. It is intense, so a little bit goes a long way with this one. There's a reason it's been around for so long. It's just, so the next one that I have is this e.l.f. Baked in Moonlit Pearls. This guy, I feel people have like a love or hate relationship with these baked products by e.l.f. You do have to sort of scratch off the top. I guess that it's like that so it doesn't shatter in packaging, I heard. It looks very white in the pan, but it does have a beige shift to it. If I put it next to the Essence one, you can sort of see that it's definitely more of a beige highlighter than actually white, which I was very scared to use because I thought it was going to be too white. I feel like this highlighter is this highlight intensified. The thing I would caution is you got to be careful with what kind of brush that you use. If you use a brush that is too flimsy, you do get glitter on your face. I don't like glitter just being on my face. So the best way to apply this, in my opinion, is with a dense brush. I like the one from e.l.f. It's like a concealer brush that they have. That one applies really, really nicely, and it doesn't show off as many glitters because this does have super micro fine glitters in here that can translate on the skin if you use the wrong kind of brush. This is the highlighter that I have on my nose right now, and I sort of just brought it to my Cupid's bow. You can build it up and it doesn't look glittery, but just be mindful of the packaging and then what kind of brush you're using. Okay, so lastly of the 6 under 6 is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. I can't believe I had 3 Wet n Wild highlighters on here, but they're just really good. This one is in 321B Precious Petals. I love this highlighter when I want a very, very, very intense glow. One of the best intense highlighters that I've ever used. The actual powder of this highlighter is very, very thin, and you are able to build it up so beautifully. This is just a really good highlighter. You can build it up to be very wet looking. It is more of a pink highlighter. I would say that this is the pinkest highlighter that I have in my collection, and definitely the most pink that I've shared with you today. And you can build it up to as intense as you want. It's just a really beautiful, beautiful highlighter. Now I'm going to share with you the one out of all of them that I think is the most worth it, that I love the most. Can you guys guess? So of the 6 under 6, which one you guys think is going to be my favorite? Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think would be my favorite highlighter. I'm going to play the little Jeopardy music. My favorite highlighter of all 6 that I shared with you today is probably not expected, but it is actually this highlighter, the LA Colors I Love Makeup Contour Highlighter. Shade is just so beautiful on the skin, and it doesn't pull too far pink or too far champagne. Beautiful highlight that can sort of be a chameleon. If you want to go light with it, you can. If you want a more intense in highlighter, you can. It's 75 cents per pan. I do think the other powders are worth it as well. I would pay $6 just for the highlight of this palette. I think the powders in here are great, but this highlighter, there's something special about it. When I put it on, I feel like my skin looks healthy and glowy and intensely beautiful, and the highlight is just like right there. It is beautiful. All right, guys, did you guess right or did you guess wrong? If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. To get the most true to beautifulness, you know, look, I do, not a natural look. All right, so the first highlighter that I have to show you guys, the first highlighter that I have to for you, and then more highlighty highlighters, you know what I mean, more intense highlighters. I wonder when this is gonna become old. Is it already old?